That is good banter.
All right, Timmy.
Testing 1 and number 2's.
Yep.
Whoa! It is Tom and Ivan Hocking here in the
Hello.
Good Banter podcast. It's been a hell of a week. We have got a lot to talk about. We're just 1 week away from the live.
We're not even 1 week. When you're hearing this, it's 3 days.
3
it's
days.
2 days. It's 1 day. It's this Sunday. So thank you to everyone who has bought tickets. It almost feels like a grand final week for me. How have you been approaching it? You've been, you're getting calls from the family. People asking you how you're feeling.
Oh yeah,
You're going to have your own little street parade.
Yeah,
Friday.
got relatives I have not spoken to in decades. Messaging me at all hours of the night, trying to get their hands on tickets, and I just say to them the same thing I say to everyone else: there's a shitload left, so just turn up and get one at the door. So there are a handful of tickets left, but not many. She's going to be a full house. It's going to be it's going to be good. So.
It is going to be good. So, but if you are thinking, you're on the fence, you're thinking, oh, do I? Don't I? Just fucking do.
Yeah, because you're probably thinking, what's going to happen? You're all just going to sit around that shitty weights room that they normally record in. No, we've got a great room. Everyone's going to sit around. We're going to do an hour.
We're going to do an hour.
A normal pod. But we've got a few activities.
We do.
We're going to settle a few scores from the last 117 episodes. We're going
bit of nostalgia.
A lot of nostalgia.
Bit of trivia.
Bit of trivia. Definitely going to touch on the wiping of the arse.
Yes.
We're gonna settle that score once
front
and for
to back,
all.
back to front.
And we're gonna discuss a few of the key players, some great moments, and then what we're gonna do after about an hour is we're gonna say, all right, guys, I can see you looking.
And we've just spoken about this about 10 seconds earlier, haven't we? Us? Yeah, we didn't really have a game plan, but then you came up with a great idea.
Yeah. So
this is how it's going to work.
So I realise because it's Anzac Day on the Tuesday, and any Bantido worth his salt's going to be taking the Monday off.
Yep.
So they're going to be getting on the piss pretty heavy, and I'm not talking your lights or even your mid-strengths. I'm talking heavies, even your Jimmy cans, your Dexies, the whole kit and caboodle.
Dexies are there.
So after an hour, what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick break, probably 15, 20 minutes.
Something like that.
So everyone's going to duck out, grab a beer, charge your glasses, do what you got to do, and then you're going to come back in. And we're going to record a Patreon episode.
Yeah.
So you're going to get to see the difference between a normal episode, which, don't get me wrong, can be a little edgy. It's got some great stories, but then you'll see the Patreon. And we've got some stories lined up that I would not dare say in a normal ep. But
no, neither would I.
No, these are good. This is right in the gutter. This is for people that have made a conscious decision, that have paid the bit of extra money, and they're hearing a little peek behind the curtains. It's going to be some horrific tales are going to be told.
It's going to be stuff where you're going to walk out of there with a lot of emotional, mental scarring, which is what we love to do for our patrons.
Fucking oath. That's it's going to be awesome. So if you haven't got your ticket already, make sure you grab yours.
Starts at 4 p.m. How it works, I mean, there's a show before us that finishes in the same room at about 3:30. So
you can all hang downstairs, have a beer,
you'll come
mingle.
Upstairs, do all that. You'll don't talk to us, put us off or anything like. No, we'll have a chat because we're gonna record it as well. So it's going to go up on the YouTube. It's going to be an episode that we're going to record. The audio will be out.
Yep.
So they've got to set that up. Our sound tech, Chrissy Asher, he'll set all that up. So
it's going to be
hopefully a 4 p.m. kickoff, but get there about 3. Get there about 3 and
couple of beers.
Load up.
It's a Sunday. The footy will be on the telly downstairs. The
beers will be
the
flowing.
Open fire will be on. Is there an open fire?
No, there's no fire.
Well, I'll fucking start one.
I'll light it. Is there a cane field we can fucking burn?
I'll bring some kindling. I'll start a little fucking bonfire in the corner. We can all huddle around that. Maybe
that'd be good.
A big drum. It's gonna be good. But speaking of nostalgia, took the old hugs and kisses out to the movies the other night, Friday night. We haven't been to a movies since bloody
3 kids, surely.
Yeah, 3 kids.
1870.
Last movie we went and saw was an Elvis flick. It was it was old, 1930s. So we we went and saw, possibly, this is a big call, I don't think I've enjoyed a movie more in my life than I enjoyed the movie I went and saw Friday night. And
do tell.
Air. It was like they sat down and said, all right,
what's going to make Tom happy?
What's going to make Tom happy? Let's just pack as many fucking great memories for Tom growing up as a kid into 2 hours of movie that we possibly can. And
was there an abattoir?
Yep, there was halfway through there was an abattoir scene.
Was there a surf and turf?
There was a guy, shit in a park. It was just a real trip down memory lane. It was unreal. Just, if you haven't seen it already, just get out there. I just sat there just naked. All I was wearing was some little socks and my Air Jordans
shoes.
Just sat there completely naked. Just
what was Tam?
Penis in hand.
What did Tam say when?
Mate, she was happy for me.
She
loves me so much that I think initially she was thought, we're in a cinema. My husband's naked, jerking himself
baby
off.
Oil.
There's, he's making a bit of a scene, but then she could see how much I was enjoying it.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are other guys doing that as well.
Every guy in there was
naked.
naked. We're all rubbing oil on each other's back and bloody playing with each other's balls. And security was just,
they didn't know where to go.
Well, they didn't care. When you see someone,
well, they were nude as well.
They were nude. Yeah,
they loved it.
They were rubbing oil on us. It was a hell of a movie. I give it 6 stars. 6
out of 5.
Out of 5, 6 out of 5.
Oh wow, that's big.
It had everything. It told the story about that little flight guy. It told the story.
Who's the flight guy? Without spoiler alert.
Well, it was Jordan, obviously.
Oh, flight guy.
Yeah, that little symbol.
Oh yeah, Well,
what would you think it was going to be? Fucking Isaiah Thomas.
Well, I don't know. You were talking about fucking pilots or something. Flight guy. How do I not get? How did I not put that together? I wonder.
Well, it's a movie about Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
and the flight guy.
I don't know that.
Okay. You've got to see the movie. You've got to see the movie.
So how am I meant to put flight guy? I know it now. It makes sense, but you didn't even put an arm out, or you could have said the Michael Jordan logo on his shoes.
Well, I thought he was the flight guy.
Well, I think
I thought that was flight.
Well, that's Michael Jordan.
Okay. Anyway,
you could have said Michael Jordan's logo on the shoes. You know how he's got his arm out, and his legs back.
Oh, I thought that was.
They call him the flight guy.
Oh, I've always
I don't think that was common knowledge. No,
actually,
that was just Tom's little.
I must admit, in the movie, they didn't refer to it as the flight guy. I sort of made that little bit up.
Once again, we've had to deconstruct what's going through Tom's head.
When you talk about spoiler alerts,
yep.
Does that matter when it's a true story?
Well,
like if someone said, I saw the Titanic the other day. How is it when it's sunk? Hey, fuck, I haven't seen it yet.
It's probably a bit different because I reckon most people would have realised that the Titanic sunk, whereas I don't know exactly what happened with Jordan and
the
Flight
Titanic
Guy.
Sink.
Yeah, it didn't come back up either.
Fucking spoiler alert.
Yeah, and Kate Winslet, she survived.
Oh, good.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he's fucked.
What an unnecessary but appreciated nudie scene in the Titanic.
Yeah.
Really, no need for it, but
just fantastic. Kate Winslet, that was old school, a few curves.
More curves than the fucking Grand Prix track.
Oh, yeah, there's a few chicanes there.
Just a real good-looking girl.
Well,
curvaceous.
Well-breasted. Nice bit of chunk in the arse.
Just a love story. I think what that was probably the ultimate chick flick. Date night movie, every bloke getting dragged along to see this fucking shitty movie that we all know. The boat goes down. Sorry, spoiler alert.
So did Kate.
And
She went down.
And that was just a little reward for all those blokes that have been dragged along.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, we've got to keep them in there.
99% of the movies for the girls.
You were sick of looking at Leonardo DiCaprio and his smug face from the whole thing. But
he wouldn't even turn his head at
Kate Winslet now. Well, she's way too old.
Way too old.
Way too old. Yeah, I think
Her kids. Has she got kids?
But she may have kids. Yeah, maybe he's into her daughter or something. He's
Oh,
20.
Leonardo. He's So Air, and I don't want to spoil too much, but just if you're a, I guess, guy or girl, but the general feel it's a bit of a bloke's movie. Although my wife absolutely loved it. Just brilliant. Just the nostalgia, magic. Every little thing in the background. There'd be a little fucking Game Boy back there, or just everything. They'd go past a billboard, and you'd go, "Oh yeah." You'd
see Flight Guy.
There was a Flight Guy there. But you don't see Jordan's face.
No, well, I don't think he probably wouldn't let him put his face in there. I reckon if his face was in there, I reckon they'd have to pay him $7 million or something.
Even if it was an actor?
Yeah, maybe. But someone.
Do you want to know why they didn't? Because I actually read why. Because it is quite. You always see the back of his head, and he doesn't talk. And
is he a dentist? Was he a dentist at that stage?
He's a dentist.
Couldn't show his face on
was
TV.
Was he a dentist before he played basketball?
Yeah, maybe.
Not sure.
Did have nice teeth.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to know why?
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay. Well, they reckon it's like. So he's got even when he was young. So even, buddy, high school days, if you love Jordan, you know exactly what he looked like. He's probably one of the most recognisable faces ever. And, sometimes when you see a basketball movie and you're like, mate, great movie, how good is this? But then they'll show a basketball scene and they'll be
meant
shit.
To be someone.
They'll be shit and it'll lose all credibility. So I think they thought no matter who they got to play Jordan, it wouldn't have looked exactly like Jordan, and
people would have picked the shit out of it,
and it would have brought the movie down a couple of pegs. It's like I was having this discussion with a guy at work, and he's really into his shooting, and he said what drives him fucking nuts is 75% of like war movies or whatever or anyone that's anything that's going around with a gun. That you don't rest your hand on the trigger. You rest your finger just above the trigger. Yeah. But he said in movies they always rest it on the trigger, and he said that drives him nuts because no matter how good the movie is, there's a little bit loses cred. Yeah, and they thought that would lose a bit of cred.
Nah, fair call. And your mate at work has he shot anyone or killed anyone?
He actually shot up the cafeteria today. So a bit of a situation down there.
It's like doctor movies. I wonder whether Kristen, my wife, whether she's picking apart. Oh no, because the way they talk and the crazy words they have to use and syndromes and whatever. Like doctors wouldn't really do that.
No,
but there's a lot of shit in movies where you pick it apart. It's like a football movie where you see people getting cast for AFL football movies, and they literally, I don't reckon they've picked up a fucking football before in their life.
Again, it loses cred. But
it does in my eyes.
But you're right; those doctors, but we don't see that. And I'm sure the big budget movies they'd get proper doctors in and they'd get the lingo. But if you're just watching an episode of Country Practice, I mean, they're calling the kidney the fucking the stomach ball and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's small town doctors.
No, okay, might not be qualified. Might be the doctor might also be the mechanic and the Jim's mowing.
We're going to have to give you a grease and oil change there, Donald. Donald.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. That's all valid points. Yeah,
that's great, mate.
Long story short, get in and see. Yeah, it is.
I loved it. And what was the? I haven't been to a movie cinema in a while. What's the popcorn and the choc top situation? What are they charging these days?
Well, had to refinance the house, and it's fucking. It is insane, the prices there. And again, and I know I've spoke about the Red Bull pricing, haven't I?
How it's no, maybe. No, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, and I did exactly the same thing today when I bought these fucking bottles. So if you're watching live, we're drinking soda water.
Oh, because we're animals.
Yeah, but I got 1.1. You said grab us a soda water from the petrol station, and I said no worries. And I go in there, and the cheapest way to buy soda water is to buy two of them for $7, 1.1 litre each. So we're sitting here with these. We're never going to drink all this shit.
No.
And then same with the Red Bull. You go in there, Red Bull, just get the 250 ml, just get the 250 ml, just get the 250 ml, and it's $4.20. And then you got your fucking hand on it,
Two for $5.
And then you look over and there's bloody the bloody 300, 350 mil. That's only an extra 80 cents. So you grab that one, and then the fucking 500 mil's only another $1. And
I know.
Before you know it, you're fucking rolling a keg of
fucking Red Bull
out. And I
to
reckon
the
all
car.
these prices were based on the cinema and their popcorn. Because it's the perfect amount. You're like, just get the small, and then, fuck me, it's only $1 more, and you get the medium, and then the large, and before you know it, you weren't even hungry, but you've got a fucking cubic meter of popcorn.
Yeah, they're delivering it in a bloody truck. They're tipping it up.
And
you got to sign the form saying, here you go, I've delivered a cubic meter of popcorn.
Yep, they're dumping it out, and the tradies fucking...
He's got the shovel and the barrow.
He's troweling it.
He's bringing... you wouldn't be troweling popcorn, but you'd be putting it in the barrow. You've done a few days on the job site, mate.
Yeah, well...
Okay.
So you're picking me up on not troweling popcorn?
Yeah, well, it's like...
you wouldn't be putting it in a fucking wheelbarrow either. We're having fun here.
Oh, yeah, but we're dumping it off. I'm saying if you're troweling off popcorn, it'd be all lumpy and shit like that. So it's like what you're talking about with air, seeing the back of his head. Like,
so you're saying people were listening to this pod, enjoying it, and all of a sudden the concreters are going, hang on.
You can't trowel popcorn,
This
champ.
is losing a bit of credit.
This is losing a bit of credibility.
There's got to be other podcasts out there for me. This is fucking dog shit.
Yeah, mate. When they talk about delivering a cubic metre of popcorn, which, I mean, we went a bit crazy there, which was a bit of fun. But, yeah, you'd be shoveling it in and maybe tipping it on the garden or something.
Yeah, true.
You'd be
and
doing
the
that.
size of the fucking soft drinks they
But
give.
the salt would dry out all the plants if you used it as mulch. All right, this is getting weird.
It's getting silly.
It's getting stupid.
But,
anyway, yeah, the size of the drinks that...
it's fucking insane.
But they would make... have we spoken about how much they probably make?
We have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We
So
did.
we've covered all this.
Covering ground.
Yeah.
So
well, I got a heap of stories, but I reckon I'm hogging it so far. So you get your big red dick in there. And,
all right, yeah, bloody oath. What have I got? All right, well, so this something weird happened to me last night. Okay, so I've got a gig coming up.
Not bragging.
Not bragging. We've all got stuff going on. And it's a relatively. I mean, it's not a massive gig, but it's just something where there's got to be a bit of organisation.
Okay.
Bit of organisation. So I've sort of met with a few people and just, made sure that they've given me a few guidelines. And because it's something where a lot of the time it's just been, they've been doing it for years and years and years. Same old formula, same old people, but we want bring a bit of comedy, a bit of life to this thing.
It's starting to get a bit flat.
Let's get the 80-year-old bloke who's been, running it for the last 30 years. We're sort of getting sick of his old shit. He's slowed down a lot. He's talking a bit of shit.
He's losing touch.
Losing touch with the people. So I've done that, and it's coming up. It's coming up very soon. So I had to have another meeting today, but I received a call yesterday, just working out where we're going to meet today and what was going on, and that was all good.
Yeah.
I said, all right, well, you just text me where you want me tomorrow and where we meet, and everything will be great. And I've been chatting to this bloke who's a great fella, bit of a knockabout bloke.
Yep.
Yeah, funny bloke. And anyway, we've organised all that. It was 7:30 last night. And we've spoken about maybe you've got to be, on the Patreon. Oh, it doesn't matter, but you've got to be careful these days with things that you post and things with your phone. And some things happen. Well, fuck, I can't confirm this, but I've organised what's happening today, and then a call comes up. 7:30, around about 7:30 last night.
Okay.
Same guy.
Yep.
Thought, all right, he's obviously ringing just to confirm where we're meeting, or
just
where
make sure
the
everyone's
name of the place
on
where
the
we're
same
meeting.
page.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Just,
I've done a bit of research.
He's a perfectionist. He likes to make sure everything's running smoothly. Right. He's dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's. He runs a tight ship.
All right, so usually I might let it go through to the keeper. I'm just in front of the TV, just chilling out, having a nice night with my wife, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll take it. So I answer. I take it. G'day, mate. How you going? And all I heard was,
Serious?
That is all. I just heard. I go, what the fuck? I said, I don't think he's meant to call me. And I go, this is weird. What is going on? Do I hang up? I listened for about 3 seconds and I've hung up and gone, what the fuck is going on there? So, I don't know. I thought maybe I'm trying to put myself in his situation. Was he
having a Hillary swank?
Having a Hillary swank?
Surely not.
And didn't. I'm thinking though, if you had it on the phone,
so if he's watching, you can't
really ring someone and not know you've rung someone if you're watching it on the phone,
unless. And this is left field.
Okay.
Unless he was on your. No, that doesn't make sense. I was thinking maybe going through your Facebook photos and he's rubbing one out over you.
Over me.
And he's accidentally done a audio FaceTime.
Yeah, well, there's no FaceTime.
Okay.
No FaceTime.
That was a long shot.
I would have liked to have seen it, but maybe there was a laptop involved and he sort of hit the phone. I got a feeling.
Unless he's just a heavy breather.
He maybe just accidentally pocket dialed me.
Yep.
And was, it was heavy breath. And I go, oh, was that? It had a sort of vibe like he might have been enjoying himself. But then now I've hung up.
Did it sound like there's anyone else in the room with him?
No, there was no one else in the room by the sounds. It just sort of sounded like Darth Vader was having a good time. Okay. Anyway, so I've got to catch up with him, and I'm thinking, is he sort of, if he was doing that, has he sort of looked at his phone and gone, oh fuck, I've accidentally rung him while I'm looking at fucking horny ebony milfs or something, and
I'm sure it's all innocent fun, but it's Are you going to mention it to him?
Well, no, I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't. I thought because I did catch up today.
Good.
And you know where you go, oh, maybe he wasn't doing that. And then you sort of catch up with him again and go, you just hear a few things and you have a bit of a chat to him. You go, oh, I reckon he might have been.
He's that sort of bloke.
He's that kind of bloke.
All right.
Fucking good. But it was sort of like he definitely didn't know I was there. It was like,
Jeez, that's...
So I'm just thinking, lucky it didn't go through the voicemail. I'd have fucking 7 minutes of it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
That's no good.
No.
So, and then today I'm thinking, do I shake his hand? I probably don't want to.
Jeez, it's unlucky to pocket dial. I mean, to pocket dial anyone and then to pocket dial someone and have what you're talking about be about them is almost worst case scenario. Unless rubbing one out and pocket dialing one is he's nice.
To be honest, I reckon maybe that's a pocket dial. Someone
might be him. Is that his number?
Yeah. But anyway, I think he would have just laughed about it. But maybe not doing that. I don't know. But anyway, he's had a bit of fun. So that was just a bit of a weird one.
What did Kristen think? Did you put it on loudspeaker?
No, I didn't put it on. Lucky I didn't put it on loudspeaker either. She'd be like, "What fucking gig is this?
Yeah,
are you sure it's a function or it's a fucking sex party?
It's just a sex party with
a gimp mask and
just a few blokes.
Arseless chaps and as long as you're getting paid for it, you can suck whoever you want off. But anyway, so that was
money's
good fun.
Money.
Good fun.
Money's money.
I'll take any gig.
This wasn't on the list to talk about, but just talking about people sending messages and so forth. Got this little bad boy from a listener. Just got stuck into the podcast and felt this coming on. So I thought I'd just make sure I shared it, and glad I did, as I'm really proud of the pressure, length, and even had just the right volume going on at a real 10 out of 10-er. So,
he's happy with it.
He's fucking stoked. So and so the guy has recorded and sent me through
a fart.
And I won't say his name. By the sounds of it, he doesn't give two fucks. But this isn't a hobo-looking bloke or a guy that lives in the streets. This is
he's dressed
he looks
up.
like he could be your accountant or anything. This is a real normal-looking guy.
Accountants still fart.
They still fart.
It's like supermodels. Like I reckon probably imagine backstage after all they've been starving themselves for a week to fit into all these little dresses. I reckon they've been taking some diuretics to help them strip weight. I mean,
Yeah, their guts would
be churning.
It'd be fucked. And this wasn't written on the list either. I've got some bloody shit to talk about today. Should I play this little fart he's
Play
done?
the fart.
Yeah, and
let's do it.
And this is by no. This just definitely isn't saying we want everyone to send their farts in, because I nearly felt fucking sick listening.
We
to
don't
this.
want to go. I mean, we've turned this podcast into it.
It's in the gutter
a
as
disgrace
is.
as it is.
Yeah, so yeah, this is just a one-off. So if you're sitting at home, your gut's a bit crook after the weekend, you're thinking about ripping one into your little recorder, just save it for yourself, because I don't want to be sitting around every Monday sorting through fucking gross farts. But,
About time you sorted through something.
yeah,
I've been
anyway,
sorting through the Instagram.
Here we go. This is from ML. We'll call him
ML.
in case he doesn't want his name read out. Here we go. So we've gone on the way to Geelong. Prime's not even a thing in Geelong, really. It's like the slabs of prime. Yeah, it's got a bit on it. And
Was he listening to us as he was doing it?
Yeah, good observation. Because I said to him, because I sort of reviewed it, said, "G'day, mate, thanks heaps for sending this through."
I thought the way you built it up, I thought it might have been a bit bigger.
The way he built it up.
Yeah, the way
That's him building it up.
Yeah, okay,
I'm just passing it on. Don't shoot the fart messenger.
Shoot the fart messenger.
So, yeah, I just wrote back, I gave it a bit of a review, and I said, mate, if I've got any tips, it's turn the volume down in the background. I think that sort of took away from it. And he said, well, I thought I'd leave it up because it was us. He was listening to us when he got his gas. So it was a nice little touch.
I'm glad that while people are listening or watching us, that's what they're thinking of.
Yeah. So anyway, big thanks for sending in that little
that's not bad.
That little nugget of brown.
Yep.
So anyway, so had a gig the other night down at and I won't say the venue. Fine establishment, very classy,
La-di-da.
very well to do, fairly expensive tickets.
Oh yeah,
great. It was a great lineup. It's just a wealthy part of town. Anyway, so I'm up. I get up and I'm the MC.
Do you dress up for this gig?
No,
really. Just dress down.
Dress down if anything.
You don't like me.
This is who I am.
Yeah, this is me.
This is who I am. And anyway, so good little crowd, probably about 70, 80 people in, good little crowd.
Little crowd? That's
a decent
If that was
crowd.
my festival show, I'd be quite happy with that.
So there was a couple off to the right, really good looking guy, chiseled jaw, and he had this really, really attractive girl. I'd say he would have been 45. She was maybe 10 years younger. There was nothing of her. Thin, really dolled up.
Supermodel?
Don't know about
Work
supermodel. Model. She was sort of in the dark.
Lips?
Maybe a little bit of lip work,
Bit of
but
lip action.
real pretty girl. And they were a big part of the first half because they were sort of sitting off to the side. They really stood out. So I was talking to him, and they just looked like a good-looking couple. Life was going pretty well for this too. Anyway, go to the halftime break. I get back at the start, the second half, just before I bring on the headline act, and everyone's there, ready to go, except for this couple. They're gone. They're nowhere to be seen. I don't know. I don't know. But they were loving it. She was laughing out loud because I was hanging shit on him, and he was a real good sport. But they were gone. So whatever happened in the first half, something's happened that made them want to leave. Anyway, so all right, I've done me 5 minutes.
Wasn't your set, was it?
Might have been my set, yeah. I don't think it would have been. But anyway, and I was looking at them while the support act was on, who was female, and she was loving that too. He was loving it. So I've brought on the headline act. I've gone back and I'm chatting to the support act, female.
Yeah.
And she said, Jesus, something pretty crook has happened in the ladies. And I said, what's happened? And someone has just shit everywhere. Shit on the floor.
Sort of like they're aiming for the toilet?
Within the vicinity.
Okay.
But missed shit up on the back, on the seat, and they've obviously got so much shit on them, this person.
They've walked it out.
Well, they've tried to clean themselves up, and so there was shit on the sink and the mirror. So someone's just fucking it. And I don't know whether it was...
Maybe is it diuretics?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you reckon it was them?
Well, she didn't look like she was about to shit herself. She didn't have that look about her. But And I don't want to accuse anyone that's like she might just have good metabolism.
Yeah.
That might be why she's skinny. And it might have been him that shit himself, although it was in the ladies.
Well, if you're going to shit, that's a good way to pass blame.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it? They go, a woman definitely did this because it's in the ladies.
Shit as far as the eye can see. And almost that, like you'd see in a horror movie. The blood, like the fingers. But shit.
Maybe.
She didn't seem like she was sipping on a champers. It didn't seem. I guess when there's not horror, I reckon maybe she stood up and it went to her head.
Or so
ass.
we reckon we maybe pinning it on her.
Yeah, like it could have been anyone.
It could have been.
It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to believe you would have that much of a shit. Like you'd have shit everywhere, shit on your hands.
It's hard to go back into the gig.
It's hard to go back in and think no one will notice.
No.
It's
like,
people
what's that smell?
Yeah.
Fuck, it must have stunk.
Oh, it must.
Human shit is quite possible. I don't know how some people can find it a fetish. Getting shit on it.
I've told you my the millennium story, haven't I? That when the year 2000.
No, you haven't.
Oh, fuck, mate. This is the sickest.
Is Patreon sick?
No, I think I can tell this.
We're doing it on the regular pod.
So, pre-Tammy, I went out to the...
Does she say pre-Tom or what? How does she...
I think she still considers now pre-Tom.
Pre-Tom.
She wishes it was pre-Tom, yeah. So,
every time.
So I was out on... I can't remember this girl's name. She worked at the sandwich shop across the road, and I had the hots for her for a while.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I asked her out one night, and she said, yeah, why not? And we're going backwards and
nothing
forwards.
much else happening. I'm making sandwiches.
And, so... But we're fair bit young, and that's...
Well, that's true.
It's 23 years ago.
That's not a bad job.
Yeah, not a bad job. I think she was at uni.
Good to have a job.
She lived in Brighton. She had a fair bit of. I think she was. I did go around to her house once. She was fairly wealthy. Met her dad. She never really liked me. I just fucking
sort of just
persisted.
Tagged her. Just kept bombarding her.
Yeah, we sort of hung out for about, I reckon, nearly 2-3 months. Never even kissed her.
You're gluten intolerant. You're getting sandwiches every day.
I'm blowing up and shitting myself.
Yeah. At pubs.
Anyway, so she said, well, let's go out.
Where no one will see us.
Where no one will see us. And, yeah, so she made me wear this, like, balaclava and she took me out to the forest and her dad was out there with a shotty.
And he rested his finger on the trigger.
And I said,
and the bloke at work said, you don't know what you're doing, Jim.
Yeah. And I was like, I mean, that's not going to happen for 23 years in the future, but still was in my head. Anyway, yeah, so we've gone into when the clock hit 12 to the year 2000.
And you're in the forest.
No, and we're in remember there was all that rumour about that?
Y2K.
Y2K.
Everything's going to blow up. Planes are going to go down.
Don't be in a plane.
Women are going to go down.
Don't be and that's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
This is my big chance.
Everything's going to go down.
An orgy's going to break out in the city. And she said, no.
No, it's not happening.
Anyway, so we've gone in the city. We went out for a bit of a dinner first, had a couple of drinks, went out in the city, and...
So at this stage, how long have you sort of been seeing her?
Well, we've sort of been hanging out for a few weeks.
So hanging out.
Well, I never did kiss her.
No, at the end of the night, at the end of the night, what were you was it a handshake? Because I know it's nervous, especially when you're young, and maybe you drop a girl off, she's in the car, and you hop up, and there might have been a kiss on the cheek or a...
No, that was the problem, because most girls, including my wife, that I picked up for the first time, I've been verging on blackout drunk. And you're basically fearless.
Yes.
You're like, fuck. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You could shit your pants.
She maces me.
Yeah.
Cops come. I get locked up.
Yeah.
That's the worst that could happen. But with this girl, I was always fucking sober, so I never had the balls to do anything. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, never had the guts. And I wouldn't go and kiss my own wife sober.
No, neither would I. I haven't.
I've got a fucking 6-pack of VB stubbies beside the bed just to kiss her to bed every night.
I've got a bottle of wine next to the bed. Yeah, good night.
You been drinking?
No, not at all. I'm all blown to this.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've gone out in the city. There's 1 million people in there, and that's not saying over-exaggerating. There was officially 1 million people in the city.
And they capped it at 1 million?
Yep. I remember that as we were walking in the city, a guy was going 999,998. And he said, all right, you two go in, you're the last two.
Yeah.
Right, well, that was lucky.
That was lucky.
So we've gone in, and a million people, I reckon 8 cubicles, like 8 of those super loos or portaloos. Fuck, you couldn't. There were people pissing behind trees.
Oh.
There was nowhere to go to the toilet. And I was fucking busting for a piss. And it was shoulder to shoulder. You know when it's so crowded, you're sort of
like a wave.
Like a wave.
You're like a people wave, a human wave.
A human wave. And I needed a piss. Like I really needed a piss. And I said, I just got to go to a piss. So I said, stay here next to this light.
Don't kiss anyone.
Don't kiss
I
anyone.
want to kiss you at 12.
Yeah. Because 12's me, that's when it's happening. This has been waiting long enough. So I went.
I'm going to rock your millennium.
So I went down there and I found this little. So it was near the Spencer Street station. No, Flinders Street. What's the one on the corner?
Flinders
Street station. So across the road from Young and Jackson, there's this little staircase. I sort of went down this staircase, round this corner, and just did a piss in this. There was sort of this bin set up. Did a piss. And then I just smelt this fucking smell. And I looked down.
Shit.
In thongs, I was just the biggest human shit you've. So someone's obviously needed a shit, obviously, and gone and just done a shit with it. And I'm just standing in this shit, and I'm like, and the smell.
I'm never going to kiss her.
Reaching.
Oh,
I was going
worst.
And I had to walk. I reckon I walked past 50,000 people to get back to her, and just this sea of people going, "What the fuck is that? Oh, fuck that smell!"
Oh.
And I went and I was trying to get it off, and it was in me fucking in between me toes and
squishing,
and I was dragging my foot along the concrete and trying to get all the, and I just went.
I wonder who did it. There's some bloke wiping his ass on the lawn, crawling along like a dog. Was it you?
Was it you? No,
wasn't
just got an itchy bum. Just got bum heels. So I've gone up to him within 10. I go, hey, how was it? Within 10 seconds, she's like, "What is that smell? It's putrid." And this smell of shit just followed me around all night.
You couldn't have. Could you have
what do you
gone
do?
to the Yarra or something and washed it?
There was too many people
full
around.
of shit anyway. But, well, what? So you'd rather...
I would have been better off just going missing, never returning.
Yeah.
Than going back with a foot full of shit.
Well, it's hard to go. I mean, you haven't kissed her up until this point. It's hard to think that having shit...
No.
Fucking mincing through your toes. That's, I'm into that.
She hasn't wanted to kiss me for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's hard to think, well... There's something about him tonight.
Old shit toes Siegert.
Let
me mac on with him.
There's a funk about him tonight that just is getting me wet as the shit he just stepped in.
Is there anything better to bring in the millennium than kissing? Tongue passion old shit toes Siegert.
Anyway, she caught up some mates who were clearly fucking pre-organised to get her out of this little
It's one of those calls where you go, sorry, Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? You're going in the hospital? Okay, all right, no worries. Sorry, Mum's going in the hospital. I've got to go.
Yeah, so it was planned. Everyone's counting down. 10, 9. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, Jenny." I'm like, fuck me, swinging. What are the chances? And all her friends sort of made this barricade around her so I couldn't get in. And I'm diving out trying to get to her. It's fucking midnight.
Anyone barricade you so no one could smell the shit?
No, well, I said just coming out because I had this sort of, it was packed in like sardines, but I had this sort of, like this ring around me where no one wanted to stand because I smelt like a homeless person's shit.
Yeah. Thongs
it was
and
bad.
everything. That's bad.
Oh, it was crook.
That's bad news.
Nah, it wasn't a good day in the office for T. Siegert.
One of my mates, I might have told this on the podcast, up in Port Douglas. I think he was on the pingers. I think I've told you. He was on the pingers and he sort of he shit himself.
Okay.
But he was wearing shorts. I think some of it's gone down his leg.
Yeah, never shit yourself in shorts.
No, don't do it. And the sort of, the smell is just emanating. And
yep.
I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that smell? And someone went up to him and goes, should I say his name? You know him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Bloomy.
Oh, the Bloom man.
If anyone's going to shit himself, it's Bloomy.
Bloom and shit his pants.
So he's so far gone. He's like, mate, Bloomy, you fucking shit yourself. He goes, no, I haven't. I farted before, but fucking I'm right. We go, no, you have, mate. You have. So, I think he ended up getting a taxi home or something, threw everything out out the window of the taxi and
if you shit your pants and you don't know
it's
it's time to go home.
Yeah, it's hard to recover.
By all means, go home and have a shower and clean yourself up, but you got to go home.
It just seems even like sometimes if you accidentally put your finger through the toilet paper and a little minute bit gets on, and it's like you want to burn the house down.
Yeah,
how does a whole log go?
Shit's a smelly. There's no doubt about it.
What a great chat.
Oh, great chat. There's plenty to. God, I don't know where to start, but get this. What would you do in this situation? Here's a little choose your own adventure for you.
All right.
This happened to me the other night. I had a gig out Shitter's Ditch near Bendigo, about 2 hours drive. Bloody stuck there all night because everyone's dancing. I turned into a fucking DJ these days. The moment my gig finishes, I put on some tunes. I'm my own worst enemy. I put on some tunes and everyone gets dancing, and I've got to pack this shit up.
Well, I do that as well.
One more song.
You want to be the cool comedian.
You don't want. Yeah, sorry, you go.
Yeah, no, that's right. You interrupt. Because you sort of finish and you're packing everything down, but you think you keep it going because everyone's had a good night.
Well, I think if it just ended after the comedy, it's just a bit weird if it just goes quiet. So I really crank it up, and you can just see everyone just says, "Oh no, we won't go home. Let's hang out for a couple more." And I think that makes the footy club happy because everyone hangs around for a few more beers, and it just makes the memory of the night a bit better. Yeah.
The worst one is when you you start packing down, but they've already got their own DJ equipment, and the joint turns into a fucking nightclub.
Yep.
There's fucking disco lights going off. It's pitch black apart from that.
Yeah.
And you got to try and pack your leads up and shit. While people are spilling drinks all over you. They're bloody doing the worm and all this kind of stuff. You don't know where your speakers are. You don't know where your leads are. Hey guys, can you just flick those lights back on a bit? I mind packing my shit down before.
It's the quickest fall from grace of all time. 15 minutes earlier, you're on stage, 100 people in the room. You got everyone in stitches, you're zigging and zagging, everyone's loving you, everyone's going, mate, this guy's a legend.
He's great.
15 minutes later, you're packing up shit. No, people are fucking going, mate, fucking watch out, we're trying to dance here. Zero respect. No one's offering to help you carry shit out to the car.
No.
But anyway, so it's late. I didn't get out of there till nearly midnight. I had to drive 2 hours home. Get about an hour from home, and I didn't need petrol, but I just needed to stretch the legs. I needed something to eat.
Get the blood flowing.
I was dry as a chip. I just needed some water or something. So I've pulled into a big servo, big Shell, one of the big brands there, and so I didn't need petrol. So I've gone and parked up near the just near the door there, and waiting at the door there's an Indian guy.
Yep.
Who's just sitting there. He's on the phone. He's standing up the door. There's 2 cops.
Yeah, okay.
So cop cars just been filled with petrol. So it's waiting. 2 cop cars waiting at the sliding door. The Indian guy, his car was there, just been filled with petrol. And there was another guy, sort of Aussie-looking bogan bloke, looked like he might have just finished some shift work. His car, he'd just filled his car with petrol. They were waiting at the sliding door. So I've got out, parked. I'm the only one that hasn't filled with petrol. So I've just parked up and I've got out and everyone's waiting to get in the door. So there's no way to get in.
No.
And we've talked about this in the past.
We have.
About how you can't get in. But I've said, what's going on? And the sort of big bogan bloke goes, mate, there's no one fucking in there. And I said, have you filled up with petrol? And they were all sort of...
We'll just drive off.
Just nodded. And I said to the copper, I said, because he had his gun on him, I said, can you shoot the door open or anything? And he had a bit of a laugh. So we're...
do you rest your finger on the
trigger?
Yeah,
do you rest your finger? And he said...
you just hold it above.
He said, let me show you, mate. And he shot out my tyres.
Yeah.
So we're sort of hanging around for about 15 minutes. And so we're all sort of taking turns. And it
really, 15 minutes you're sort of waiting...
Oh, yeah. Well, the copper said, I think he might be taking a shit.
Oh.
So, and this one didn't have one of those glory hole things where you pay through
yeah. So I've stuck my dick through heaps of those.
Yeah. And so you did have to go in because he was quite enclosed. He was quite safe, but no sign of this guy anywhere. 25 minutes.
Jesus.
25 minutes have waited, and we're all starting to look at the clock, and I really wanted something to eat. I was really fanging, and eventually because these guys are, and maybe it changed the vibe because there were a couple of cops there, but I think even the cops were going, I think we're just going to have to head off here.
Well, you reckon the cops maybe think maybe there's something maybe happened where this bloke...
Well, they didn't seem overly concerned.
They said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we lose a shell worker on the
highway.
highway.
No. One bloke, the I think it was the Indian guy that made the first move. He's sort of just gone, didn't make a big scene out of it, just sort of walked back, got in his car and just drove off.
And saw the sign that said, "Did you pay for your petrol?" Said,
I
fucking tried to, mate.
Yeah, well, so, I guess he was thinking, well, fuck it. I mean, how long do you wait?
Yeah, that's right.
In that situation, how long do you wait? And my train of thought was, I should back and
fill up.
Fill up.
Bloody oath.
Because clearly no one is going to have to pay for their petrol.
Or even just don't even fill up, just fucking spray fucking petrol everywhere.
Yeah. I've always wanted to make one of those flamethrowers like they do in the movies.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would have
go
been
right up, wouldn't it?
Cops there probably.
Yeah, they're probably not too keen on it.
Best time with the fuzz there. So, well, I was, again, that little voice, just fill up, Tom. And the other, the good voice on the other shoulder going, mate, you can't do that. It's stealing.
That's
stealing. There's cops here, and maybe this is a test. So eventually, I reckon it was 25 minutes. I've just got in my car and said, "Well, mate, I got a hot towel."
Get home.
And then so I left. So I left I don't know what the other two did. I would be very surprised if they paid for the petrol. But yeah, it was an interesting one that I haven't.
It's big shit.
It's a big shit.
25 minutes.
Yeah, it's too long for a shit. If you're,
it's too long,
especially if you're in that situation. You're holding fort.
Yeah, you've almost got to go in and hurry it up. And if you get a second thought, shit, where you're like, I might be able to go again, you go, I can't.
Yeah,
there's going to be cops out there.
You're not
trying to pay for petrol.
You're not sitting there reading the Herald Sun or
scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or ringing your family back overseas.
You can do your shit and get back and do that.
I think so.
Behind your little till there. But
yep.
It was crazy times. I really wish I had filled me bloody car up.
You should have, mate.
Yeah, well, if it happens
anyway,
again.
You're too honest, mate. You're too honest.
I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy. So, all right, well, let me throw this one at you. Let me put this right up your fucking shit pipe.
Let's rub this one against your little...
Yeah, so this is just a thing. I've been driving around the last few days, and now where I am, there's a few paddocks.
Been around a few patches with the Kia.
Oh, yeah. The old Serato. Is it front wheel? I think it'd be back wheel drive. Anyway, but I've just... I think I know the answer. This could be a good talking point.
Okay.
I reckon.
Hit me.
So as I'm looking through the paddocks, I'm seeing all these cows just chomping the grass. Just chomp.
Would you... I know what it is.
Would you fuck a cow?
Would a farmer care?
You got me. If
he caught you
fucking his cow. Yeah.
All right.
No.
Maybe we delete that.
No, I did think about that, but I mean I would. But no, do you reckon cows? And I think I know the answer. But do you reckon cows know that they have shit lives? Like, because it's all they know. So you look at. Have you ever looked at cows just in a paddock and going, "Fuck"? Do you reckon there's a cow there going, "Fuck"? I wouldn't mind going to France.
To France.
Well, you know how they're probably just focused on eating the grass and they don't know anything else. But do you reckon maybe there's just one freak cow that's smart and it just looks at a plane and goes, fuck, I wouldn't mind going to Italy or something?
Well, I've said this saying 1,000 times before, even on this podcast, I think I've said it, that comparison is the key ingredient for unhappiness. And a cow, if he's going, well, if it even crosses his mind for a split second, like
that he's going to go on holidays.
You know what? Every day seems to be the fucking same at the moment. And then he looks over his mate Clint, and if Clint was there, wearing gold chains and driving around in a
Kia Serato.
Yeah, Kia Serato, and listening to music, and got a girl on his lap with the udders hanging out.
Yeah,
he'd be like,
I want that.
I want that, but. He looks over his mate and he's doing exactly the same thing.
He's eating the grass as well. Yeah. He goes, hey, Clint.
Yeah, it's not
how good's this grass?
It's not like any cows are killing it.
No.
I reckon.
Well, do you reckon maybe the show cows They're doing all right.
Yeah, but they're out of sight, out of mind.
They're out of sight, out of mind. I reckon you're in that paddock with all your mates. You sort of just, I
do often wonder on a really cold day, but would they feel the cold or are they?
I don't know. They got fur.
Let's get used to it.
Yeah.
They're not wearing anything.
Not wearing anything, but
No.
I wonder.
It's
It's even dependent on, because they don't really get to choose where they live. Like,
I think
would you
it's
rather
cow.
be a cow down like, Gippsland, or would you, it'd be nice to be near the beach. You got a bit of a view while you're chewing the grass.
Well, I think I'm not sure if they know what they are as a cow, but I would think if they did, if you're a bull,
Yep.
you're thinking life's pretty good. You just basically paid to root.
Yeah.
If you're even a dairy cow,
That's when you start.
no, dairy cow, you're thinking this is pretty good.
So
Yeah, all I've got to do is stay healthy.
I'm getting tugged a bit.
Yep, but the beef,
Yeah.
they're the ones that, life's.
But they probably wouldn't know.
Well, I hope
Right.
not, because
They threw Macca on that truck before and he hasn't come back.
he'll be back.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Macca will be back. He said he loves eating grass.
Yeah. So I hope they don't know what sort of cow they are, because it wouldn't be a great. It'd be like on death row.
It would be. What would be your last meal?
Grass. Like every other day.
Grass.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was doing a gig with Franklin one time, and maybe the Twins, and I can't remember what comedian had the joke, but because you know how when people will drive past cows in a paddock and go, "Mrrr,"
Yeah.
like the comedian whose joke it was, he says, "Oh, what do you reckon? There's cows in the paddock going, fuck." So think there's a cow in the car and go, fuck, he's doing all right for himself.
That is good.
That's a good joke. Oh, whoever it is, I'm fucking sorry. I've ruined it. Yeah.
Don't mean to pardon the pun. You butchered it. Hey, middle week, try the bill. But I hope they.
It was utterly terrible.
Oh, I thought about doing that one before, and I thought that's
we
pretty fucked.
haven't.
Well, look, we are having fun, but I hope. I sort of hope cows don't get a last meal. Because at the moment they probably don't realise what's going on until all of a sudden they're in a little.
They're on a truck.
Or not even on a truck. They probably think when they're on the truck, they're probably thinking, "Oh, this is all right.
We're going on holiday.
We wonder if we're going on the Gold Coast."
Yeah.
Always want to go to the Gold
Get
Coast.
some sun.
Yeah.
Surface.
Yeah, but I don't reckon it's right until the end they sort of realise.
All right, this isn't good.
What's that? Why?
What was that guy holding his finger on the trigger? That's
Why
fucking
am I
ridiculous.
in this little cubicle thing? Okay, what's that little Muslim guy running at me with a little stun gun? What are you doing that for? And then all of a sudden your fucking brains are blowing to the other side of the abattoir. But they wouldn't know the last minute. But if you gave them a last meal,
then they'd know.
They might start putting bloody 2 and 2 together. Like if every day for fucking 5 years you'd had grass,
and they go,
all of a sudden it wouldn't be a steak.
Well, it might be.
Yeah.
What are
They
they?
wouldn't serve up steak. Oh, geez, is that Jerry?
Jesus.
I thought he'd gone to Queensland. Oh, fuck.
Who's Clint?
No, they wouldn't.
Clint.
I can't remember the names of my make-believe cows that I'm
I'm trying to work it out as well.
Yeah, no, that's...
that's one for you, yeah.
No, it's certainly...
Yeah, it's just...
Certainly food for
Now,
thought.
I think they don't know, but I thought that was a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fun topic.
It's
Certainly,
a fun topic.
Certainly.
I do think that, though.
You obviously had a fairly busy week.
It's
time to go back to work, I think. But how are we going for time here? 53. All right, I've got a...
All
right. Have I got time for one more?
Oh,
what
shit.
about...
I got a little one for you as well.
Okay. Yeah, Patreon, yeah. Well, do you want...
And hey, thanks for everyone who's on the Patreon as well. Jump on board. We don't promote the Patreon.
No. Do we want to say how many we've got?
No.
Okay.
No, it's embarrassing.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe we could have a goal.
Oh, and then just pat ourselves on the back when we
got there. No, we'll promise something. Like if we get to this amount, we both know what the amount
and what
will
we're
be.
doing on the weekend, Sammy, who we pulled his name out of the hat,
Yep.
who won the.
Oh, yeah.
So Sammy's coming up with one of his mates. He's got the day off on the Monday, so we're shouting him. So if anyone shits themselves, it's going to be fucking Sammy because we're paying for his piss.
We're paying for his piss.
We'll give him. We said we'll give him a meal as well, which could be a fucking dodgy kebab.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the cheapest meal is down at the Rubber Chicken. I'm not sure what the lowest grade of beer is, but he'll be fucking swimming in the shit.
Fucking oath. We'll be emptying the drip trays in his.
Yep.
In his drinks.
We're going to say, buddy, whoever's working behind the bar, have you got any off beer there that you better chuck out? Because
give it to Sammy.
Yeah, whenever we come up here, Sammy comes up, just give him one of those.
There we go.
But it could kill him.
No, we're looking forward to that.
No,
obviously, Big D. We've got Big D coming as well. I think so, but hopefully Big D's coming.
Big D's there,
that's on us.
He's a big part of the
team.
Show.
Part of the team.
He's on the payroll.
We're
not even on the payroll.
We're not. I can't even get the Patreon cash out, to be honest.
Can't you?
Nah,
because you need building up a bit, is it?
Not
really.
But you need like a electrical bill to it's through PayPal or something.
Well, don't you have electricity?
Well, I do, but it says K.L. Scott and E.G. Hocking, so it won't prove. I need one that just says me.
Why electricity bill?
You just need to prove that your name's on it and you are who you are. I don't know what's going on. So I'm asking a mate.
What? He's got your electricity bill.
Yeah. Can you get the cash out? Yeah.
Well, do you want me to do it?
No, it's all right. Don't you do that. I'll never see it again.
You're not going to see it anyway.
No, I've worked out how to get it out.
Yeah. So anyway, get on the Patreon.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I might have fart. Oh, no, we know we're better than this.
Do it. Come on, mate. Come on. They love it. Everyone loves it.
I'm not sure. I think it's wearing a bit thin. There you go. No, I would have shit myself.
Yeah.
Nah, that was for an episode with so much shit talk. It would have been a nice little cherry on top if I'd have shit myself at the 57-minute mark.
That would have been, that's a good
icing on
good
the cake.
Callback.
Yeah, great callback. These guys are really structuring their episodes well. I don't think we've got time for another story.
No, we've got...
Because we're going to do another Patreon.
We're going to do a Patreon, yeah. So,
about a little something that's happened. Someone that's really fucking pissed us off.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about it.
And we are pretty easygoing guys.
Yeah.
So for us to get pissed off, this guy...
It's really ruffled our feathers.
A bit of inside baseball. So join the Patreon.
If you want to find out who's pissed us off.
We're going to shit can.
We're going to really
shit can someone real big.
Real
bad.
Lay the boots in. But only for those folks that have paid the money that we don't have access to.
So there we go. But so... This is, let's finish up with, because, the live podcast kicks off at 4 p.m.
Yep.
It's at the Rubber Chicken, which is in South Melbourne.
Yep.
Bring your tickets along.
Get down there early. Have
a few beers. Footy will be on. There might be some music downstairs, maybe. I don't know.
Probably afterwards, I reckon.
Maybe afterwards.
Yeah.
So, get down there. We'll try to kick off at 4 p.m. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be good fun.
Don't forget, we're going to go for about an hour, have a break, and then come back and do a Patreon episode, which will be 50 shades of horrific. I reckon.
But also just so you can load up with all your beers there. Like if you think you can drink 5 beers, bring them in.
Yep.
I'm sure if you had to, you can go out and grab more beers.
It's going to be pretty cash. So if you need to get out, if you need a poo or whatever you got to do during the show, go to the toilet. We prefer you
maybe play a drinking game anytime we talk about shit. On the live pod.
Yeah.
You've got a skull.
Yeah, that would be... Or anytime I say, you have a shot of beer and you'll be fucking clinically dead after about 5 minutes. Because I was listening back the other day. Jesus. The amount of times I say in an episode is really quite disturbing.
Well, I know when we first started, you used to do this. You used to go...
Yeah, look.
I had to edit those out. So I started editing them out and then I said, I've got to work this week.
Yeah.
I need to, but no, you're very good now.
Well, I don't think I'm not making a conscious effort. Yeah. No. It's my amazing brain.
It's your amazing brain. So, So jump on the Patreon. Get on the Instagram. Thanks for everyone who has been hitting us up on the gram.
Yep. Oh, we're going to have a couple of questions too. So maybe have a little think about it. We're going to have a little tub on the, a little bin, a little bucket just on the outsides. When you're out there having a couple of beers to start off with, write any sort of questions. It could be life advice if you're having relationship troubles, if you want to know something about Evan or myself. Penis size, if you're anything. Nothing's
limits.
Nothing's out of bounds.
No, nothing is. So, have a think about that. We'll have a thing where you can put those in. We'll answer them on stage. And, give us a rating, give us a review, share it round. Maybe not this episode, but a lot of shit talk. But anyway, that's an app. No, that's another app.
No, there's no doubt about it.
And next time we see, I don't know when we'll get the live recording out, but no.
Could be a while, I'd say.
Could be a while, but anyway, that's another episode of Good Banter. See you Sunday.
Easy.
Good banter. That's a good banter.